Let's the review of Evolution X 5.7 15th May update on Poco X2. Now let's skip to the about phone. As you can see, the version is Android 11. The security patch is of 5 May. The kernel version is 4.14 kernel, that is Radcliffe kernel 2.5, and the build date is 14th May. Now let's see some customizations. So in network, in Geo, down here you get Volt and it's working fine. In connect devices and connection preferences, you get Bluetooth cast printing, Fire AC Bluetooth, Chromebook driving mode, nearby share and Android Auto, and the main customization is the Evolver. In this you get 10 sentence customizations. So in themes, you get lock screen clock style. Here you get many options. Then you get show status area. Down here you get font style, dark theme. In this you can set a schedule and choose a color bucket. Then you get accent color picker, accent color presets, and you get many presets. As you can see, you get tons of presets. Let's choose one. Suppose OnePlus. As you can see, the OnePlus red is selected. Then you get icon shape, icon pack, setting dashboard icon, switch style. In usual mode, you get status bar height, header sizes, rounded corner, and navbar color. Now red is selected, and as you can see the navbar color, that is red. Then you get volume panel style, show app volume, custom header. When you enable it, and suppose static image, suppose this one. As you can see, you can set a custom header. Then you get QA style disco, QA style icon style, QA string style, framework default, background alpha, and notification background alpha. In status bar, you get network traffic monitor. In this you can choose location. Then you get display mode, show arrow, etc. And clock and date, you get show clock and date, clock position, AM, PM style, show seconds. In date you get date style, date format, date position, etc. In battery bar, you get location. When you enable it, you get battery bar color, battery bar low battery color, custom charging color, battery bar charging color, blend color, battery bar alignment, battery bar thickness, charging animation, etc. In battery indicators, you get battery style, battery percentage, and battery pressure when charging. Then you get system icons, show 4G instead of LTE, use old time mobile icon, and roaming indicators. In notifications, you get head ups. In this you get head up, timeout, less boot notifications, adapt to stop list, and adapt to blacklist. Then you get notification header, notification sound if active, vibrate for notifications, kill app button, notification light and battery light. Down here you get show only notifications, show on always on, etc. At the last you get vibrate on connect, vibrate on call waiting, and vibrate on disconnect. In QS, you get quick QS pull down, smart pull down, vibrate on touch, disable QS when logged. Then you can see the rows and columns in portrait and landscape mode. Then you get show QS style title, quick QS brightness slider, auto brightness, expanded QS, show add button when expanded, brightness control, data usage, battery percentage, battery estimates on QS. At the last you get edit icon and footer text. In power menu, you get settings. In this you get device control and sensitive content. Then you get advanced restart, hide on lock screen, and optional user action. In gestures, you get system gestures. In this you get double tap, that is double tap to sleep, quickly open the camera, navigation. In this you get gesture navigation, 2 button and 3 button, and it's working fine. Now gesture is selected, the back button, home button, and the recents. As you can see, it's working fine. Now 2 button. As you can see, the navbar comes, even 3 button. As you can see, it's working fine. And in gesture and settings, you get left edge, right edge, amount of screen height, dead zone, show pill. In advanced gestures, you get extended sub action, long sub action timeout, long left sub action, and long right sub action. Then you get gesture bar length, gesture bar radius, haptic feedback, and back gesture animation. In gestures, you get lift to check phone, prevent ringing, 3-finger screenshot. In this you get 3-finger screenshot, screenshot type, and screenshot quality. In power menu, you get the same options. Then you get skip music tracks and adapt to playback. In gestures you get long press for torch, brightness control, 3-finger screenshot, double tap to check phone, and double tap to sleep. In lock screen you get always on display schedule. Then you get fingerprint error vibration, fingerprint authentication vibration, status bar, lock icon, charging animation, lock screen shortcuts, music visualizer. When you turn it on you get automatic color lava lamp, line count, sanity level and line opacity. Then you get media cover art filter and media artwork blur level. In buttons you get nav bar. In this you get navigation. Here you get some options. And you get volume rocker wake, control playback, keyboard cursor control, reorient volume buttons, show volume on left, click to pause screenshot, etc. In animations you get disable animation, screen off animation, back gesture animation, charging animation, scrolling catchy. In QS animations you get animation style, animation duration and tile animation, interpolator. In miscellaneous you get gaming mode. When you enable it you get head-up notifications, disable automatic brightness, ringer in gaming mode, gaming mode indication, and add up for gaming mode. Then you get screenshot settings. Here you get some options. Then you get launch music app on headset connection, sensor block for package, USB configuration, when to play ringtone from radio info, force brightness values, ambient display brightness and ambient notification brightness, and about section for Evolution X ROM. As you can see, there are tons and tons of customizations. In apps notifications, you get conversations. In notifications, you get notification history, conversations, and bubbles. In this, you get option of wireless emergency alerts, that is allow alert, extreme alert, severe alert, amber alert, test alert, area update broadcast, emergency alert history, vibration, and alert reminder. Down here, you get notification on lock screen, sensor notifications, skip lock screen, hide send notifications, allow notification snoozing, suggested action replies, notification dot on app icon, blink light, default notification sound, and DND. In apps notifications you get conversations, notification, assistant, screen time, default tab, policy manager, wireless emergency alert, and special app access. In battery you get battery saver. In this you get extreme battery saver. Here you get option of when to use. Suppose you choose always use and turn on the battery saver and turn on. All the third-party apps get disabled, as you can see. In this you also get option of essential apps. Suppose I need to do benchmark. Even the battery saver is on, you can still use the benchmark app, as you can see. Then you can set a schedule and turn off when charged. Then you get smart charging. When you enable it, you get stop level and start level. Then you get smart cutoff. When you enable it, you get stop level and start level. But remember, the stop level by default is 30 degrees. So if you live in an area where the room temperature is 30 degrees, the device will not charge. And the battery life is pretty good. I got around 8 hours screen on time. In display, you get brightness level, adaptive brightness. In lock screen you get notification on lock screen, skip lock screen, add text on lock screen, show lockdown option, battery level on bottom, always show time and info, double to check phone, left to check phone, wake screen for notifications, ambient wake gesture, always on when charging, ambient pulse or new track, and ambient music ticker. In colors you get night light, live display. In this you get color elevation. In colors you get natural, boosted, adaptive and saturated. In size wallpaper, you can choose the wallpaper. In styles, you can choose the accent color, font type, etc. And in grid, you can choose the grid size. Then you get full screen apps, double to wake, pocket detection, enable blurs, and ambient display. In ambient display, when you turn it on, you get always on gesture, wake up gesture, pick up gesture, hand wave gesture, and pocket gesture. In sound, you can choose the media sounds. Down here you get volume steps, vibrate for calls, live caption. When you turn it on, you get language, hyperfinity, show sound label, and live caption in volume control. Let's turn it off. If the live caption is on, it will use more battery. At the last, you get Poco sound and answer. When you turn it on, you get choose headphone type and a preset. At the last, you get enable hi-fi, that is decrease the noise and distortion and increase the audio quality. At the last, you get clear speaker, that is it will play a 30-second audio to clear speaker. In security, you get pattern, fingerprint, and face unlock. And in fingerprint, you get option of press to unlock. Here you also get option of app locker. As you can see, in device specific settings, you get refresh rate, that is 60 Hz, 90 Hz and 120 Hz. Then you get automatic low refresh rate and better safe refresh rate. In system, you get gestures. In this you get the same gestures. At the last you get thermal profiles. When you turn it on, you can choose a default. Default, benchmark, camera, dialer, gaming, etc. And for AnTuTu benchmark and Geekbench, as you can see, I have set benchmark. So in recents, get screenshot and select. For clear all, you have to go all the way back, as you can see. Now let's check the AnTuTu score. The score is 3,13,017. And for storage test, the score is 22,732. Now let's check the Geekbench score. The single core score is 413 and the multi-core score is 1485. Now let's check the safety net and the run test. As you can see, it's passed. And DRM info down here. As you can see, the Widevine L1 is working fine. Now let's check the Play Store notification in Play Store and settings. As you can see, the device is certified. And this will a stock launcher with customizations like notification dot, at a glance, adapt to home screen, swipe to Google app, overview suggestions, allow home rotation, double to sleep and avoid junction. In this you get a stock camera. That is this one, but of course you can install Gcam which I have installed. As you can see, now let's check the call is working or not.
Unfortunately, we will be unable to service your call right now. You can contact us on Jio.
As you can see, the call is working fine. The ROM is very smooth. I didn't face a major bug. Thank you so much for watching. I'll meet you in the next one.
What just happened?